Mexico.
Great to be back here again, folks. I am so very honored today and grateful to have Major Ryan, who has so many accolades and awards. He has 2 Purple Hearts received in combat, 3 meritorious service medals, so many awards and achievements. Major Ryan, thank you for taking the time and being on air with me today. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you, Sarah.
Well, we have someone in common that we do admire and respect greatly. She is your mother, Pat Ryan, and she speaks very fondly of you, and you're very humble. And we're so grateful to have you serving our country, as well as so many of our servicemen and servicewomen. Can you just share a little bit about just what has been going on and what you would want to just share with folks out here at what I would say is the greatest country in the world?
Well, first, I would just like to say thank you for having me on, and I would say that my mother is one of the best leaders that I know, especially here at this radio station and in life. So I'm humbled and proud to wear the uniform every single day, and I'm also humbled and proud that many people out there respect us. So thank you.
It is really an amazing thing that I have to say and share with folks. For people who are interested in also being involved in serving our country, is there a way, and what is the best way to approach this, Major Ryan?
Just simply just say thank you when you see us on the street. I get that every day that I'm back here in the States. People saying thank you for your service, shaking our hand, gives us encouragement, and we appreciate that. And we simply just say you're welcome and thank you for saying it.
What made you decide to actually be a part of this and serve our country?
Well, it was many years ago when I was being raised up by my grandfather. After school, I'd go home to his house. My parents were both working, and he would share me stories of his time in World War II. We'd watch movies together, and he would talk to me about what he's done. And that gave me the initial idea to join the military and then go off to the military academy and pursue my goals as an officer.
And how long have you been serving our country for?
Yeah, so now 16 years on active duty.
Yes, and it is a remarkable journey because I'm on air with your wonderful mother, Pat Ryan, it's been 10 years. So I have to share that there's so many things and so many awards that you've been given, and it's difficult to share everything, but 3 Bronze Star medals and Purple Hearts, 2 of them. And then you have a beautiful family, so not only for having to be away from them, having them support you as well as friends, family members, it certainly is something that we really want to share on air because of the fact that I look at this country and as a first-generation immigrant, I know that it truly is a great country, and it is because of the sacrifice and service of great men and women like yourself and those who have served as well. What would you say was and is the driving force for you to continue serving?
At first, I'd like to say thank you, and I'm humble for you saying that, but really, all the accolades and medals, it's not about me. It's about the men and women that I fought alongside of, about the units I've been in, and about the cohesionness that we've had in some of the worst situations that life can bring upon you. So it's never about the individual. It's never about me. It's always about the people that I serve with, serve next to, and that fight alongside each other. And those are the real heroes. The people to your left and right, the men and women that don't come home, are the real heroes, not us that come back. It's the ones that will never see their families again.
We have Major Ryan here. Feel free to call us, 1-800-662-9550, showing us, and for all of us here at Mosen, and I know our listeners, gratitude to our servicemen and women and yourself, Major Ryan. It truly is something that when we look at what is happening globally, to live in this country is a gift. Every day is a gift living in this wonderful country as Americans, to be provided those rights and freedoms, not just because they were there, but because of great men and women like yourself. The other thing, we can only do so very little when it comes to what you have done for us, Major Ryan. We were talking about the VA loans, and I think that it is a really great avenue for folks who are in a place where they wish to purchase homes. They can do 100% financing without any down payments or even refinance. The rates are very low for the VA loans that are offered, as you well know yourself, right, Major Ryan?
Yes, absolutely. It's a wonderful opportunity for veterans to take advantage of the VA loan. I have myself own beautiful property, and there's no mortgage insurance. It's zero down and great rates for you to own a piece of America. And I took advantage of that, and encourage other veterans to do the same.
I certainly think it's such a very small thing that we can offer for those serving, and I do encourage folks to also ask questions, because when it comes to 100% financing for those who have served, I mean, I truly believe that every person who has served should just be given a home, period, without any financing. That's my view. But there is a 100% financing option where you don't need to put any money down, and the rates are very low, actually lower than what you would see in the regular types of financing that are offered. Can you share a little bit about folks who are interested in being in a place where they do wish to serve? What would be the first thing that you would recommend?
Yeah, those who are interested to serve our great country, you can go online. You can look up where your closest recruiter is, and go meet them. It doesn't matter if it's Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, or Coast Guard. Go and meet your closest recruiting station and explore the idea. If you're interested in serving, there's many ways that you can serve. Just go and talk to those people.
Did you find that even there is also the fact of traveling and seeing the world? Has that also added towards your family life, your world experience in itself, Major Ryan?
Yeah, sure. Joining the military, you'll have opportunities to see the world that you may not have had the opportunity to do. You get to live in Europe, or maybe in the Pacific, or maybe in different continents, and you get to experience different cultures and different peoples, and kind of really just broaden your own understanding of our great world that we're in.
Right, and I mean, I think that there's so many factors involved. Obviously, the aspect of serving our country, protecting our country, the courage itself, the bravery factor, which is number one, and very selfless for yourself, for your family members in itself. So it definitely is something that we look at, and we are grateful for that. And a lot of movement, obviously, when you are in the military or just serving our country in itself. And I think that we are so very blessed to live in this country, whereas, and I share this with Pat Ryan, your mom, when we were on air with our daily show, that I've lived in over 50 countries and traveled, and I still say and know it in my heart that this is the greatest country in the world, and you are the reason for it. You have created it to be a place which is fair, in which everyone has a voice, and that we can be free and feel safe with the courage and bravery that you have shown, as well as all of the men and women that have served. And I mean that from the heart, Major Ryan, I really do. So I know we were working schedules and trying to make sure that we could get you on air, and I'm so very thankful that you did and could do this, because, you know, with the way things are, schedules change, things happen. But the importance of it is so very, very necessary for all of our listeners to hear, especially during this period. We've just had an election, so we just want people to come together and know that there are people who are keeping this country safe and strong. And I am certainly very grateful for that, Major Ryan.
Yep. Thank you very much.
What would you recommend for families? I mean, when you are serving, it is also very difficult, I'm sure, keeping things together.
It is constant communication, that's for sure. If you're away from your loved ones, there's many means now to communicate, phone or social media or FaceTime and Skype. Continue communicating and carrying on the best you can with your loved ones that are back home, so that there's a sense of normalcy when you come back.
Right.
We have the opportunity to do that now because of our technology, so we need to take advantage of that, and that's the best that I can advise.
And any last words that you wish to share on air for our listeners, Major Ryan?
No, I just want to say thank you for this opportunity to speak.
I appreciate you being on air with us. And again, we have Major Ryan, who has served our country for 16 years and counting, Purple Heart medals, 3 Bronze Stars, so many great things that you've achieved, and everyone who has served, and we wanted to be able to share his time on air with us. So very thankful, Major Ryan, and I hope we can have you back on air soon.
Thank you very much.
Stay well, folks.